8 rounds of boxing for the New England Super Middleweight title.
Here we go with the main event from the Twin River Event Center, Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports. Joey, the KO Kid Spina from Providence, Rhode Island, the former WBC USNBC champion, taking on VLADINE, Mr. Providence BIOSSE. This is for VLADINE, New England Super Middleweight belt. Joey Spina has not fought at 168 since 2006, when he lost to Peter Manfredo. Ever since then, he's fought at 175 and above. This is the main event, and Hank, the electricity in this room is almost unbearable. This crowd is excited to be here for this one.
It's real intense. You can feel it. You can feel electricity in the air, man. Like you got boxing against punching.
Joey Spina, obviously the puncher, 26 wins, 18 of them knockouts, living up to his nickname, the KO Kid. VLADINE BIOSSE, former URI football player, great athlete. He's considered to be the boxer of the two. He did say at a press conference, though, I can crack just as much as Joey can. 6 knockouts and 12 wins, half of his wins by knockout. This fight could go any way, could end in a knockout, could go to a decision. Regardless, it's going to be a great fight battle for the top super middleweight in the city of Providence.
Oh, VLADINE hurt. Joey hit him with a hard left hook. And this fight, I don't see this fight going to the end. Somebody is going there.
VLADINE has been stopped once in his career. With Dennis Grachev, the current NABF champion. Spina has been stopped once in his career to Peter Manfredo Jr., the world champion challenger. Spina's coming off a loss, a split decision loss in Atlantic City to Jerson Ravello, former Olympian. Both fighters looking to really put a stamp on their name and become the top super middleweight in the state of Rhode Island. A lot at stake here, Hank.
Yes, yes. You know, you can see both of these fighters, they know and they feel it. And you know, tonight is going to be a good fight between these two. They both going to bring it. They know what's on line.
Both fighters have wins over former world champions. VLADINE beat Santiago Semeniego and Mohegan Sun in 2010. Joey Spina has wins over Jay Pina, Carlos Daniels, to name a few. But regardless, Hank, for either one of these two to get to a chance where they themselves fight for a world title, they have to win tonight.
Yes, yes. And you can feel the electricity in the air. These guys, they're not playing in there. They going for broke.
And Joey Spina hasn't been at 168 in 6 years, Hank. He's been fighting at light heavyweight. He made this cut pretty easily. Doesn't look like he had any trouble making it. He was at 167 about a week ago, so he made the weight cut pretty easily. I think VLADINE fighting at 168 obviously may have a little advantage with the weight. We'll see how much that affects Joey having to drop that extra 8 or 10 pounds.
Yes, yes, yes. And you know, in this sport, that extra little bit of weight, it counts. It goes a big way.
End of round number 1, an exciting round, to say the least. It looked like Joey hit him with a good shot early on in that first round.
Yes, it was a left hook to the head, and at the end of the round, you know, he landed a good body shot too. But like I said, again, this is a clear class state against boxer, against puncher. If VLADINE could use his speed, his footwork, he'd be good. He got to stay out of Joey Spina's range with that notorious known punching power. The KO Kid, that's his name. That's what he coming to do, KO you. But all VLADINE have to do is box and use his God-given agility, you know, in that ring, and he'd be good.
The difference between these two fighters, only 2 inches advantage to Spina. However, Joey admitted the other day he usually walks between 205 and 210, where VLADINE usually walks around at 175 pounds before they cut the weight. That's over 30 pounds difference at the usual walk weight. We'll see if maybe Joey has a little extra power, or maybe VLADINE has a little extra energy for not cutting so much weight. And both fighters ready to get it on here in the second round.
I mean, they letting their hands fly, and this is what the fans want. As you can see, this crowd has a lot of electricity in the air, and they want to see a fight, and these two guys are giving it to them. This is what boxing is all about.
Joey Spina, 30 pro fights in a 12-year career. former WBC USNBC champion, former IBF international champion. Now fighting here for VLADINE's New England super middleweight champion. Spina undefeated here at Twin River, 5-0 in his career. VLADINE 8-0-1. Neither fighter has ever lost in this building, Hank.
Yeah, but one thing I noticed, you know, with Spina sometimes, and in this sport, you really can't rely on your knockout power too much because you can let the fight slip away from you as the rounds go on and on. By you sitting back, trying to land that one big out knockout punch, like what's going on now, like Spina is working hard, but VLADINE is in there working too.
And also, Hank, when you're trying to throw that big one power punch, that takes a lot of energy out. Every time you miss that, that takes a lot of energy out of the fighter.
Exactly. In the previous fight I had, we had Hammer and Hank versus Danny Williams, and I showed you, and I took a lot of air out of his tires, and you know I did a job on him.
That's a classic case of a power puncher trying to throw too many power punches and missing, and the toll it took on him. And Spina hits VLADINE with a big punch there, and VLADINE's not backing down, pulling him into the corner. Spina missing on an uppercut. What an exciting round here.
Yes.
And not only are you and I sitting, I don't think any of the fans have sat down since the national anthem.
They've been standing through the whole fight. I tell you, both of these fighters, they're bringing it. They're bringing it.
It almost looks like VLADINE does better when Joey's on the ropes, and
yes.
Joey does better when it's an open ring and he's got more room to work.
You know what? It's kind of like it's the opposite. Both guys it's like the roles are switched for a minute.
Spina now in the center of the ring. 15 seconds to go in round number 2. We're scheduled 8 in this main event from Twin River Casino. Pat Sullivan, Hammer and Hank Lundy bringing this action to you live.
You know, one thing about it, what I see, you know, VLADINE, if he could box and make Joey Spina walk into the power punch instead of trying to load up, he'll operate and work much better. With Joey Spina had to throw a little feints out there and get him to go for certain things, and then, you know, probably go to his body, then expect to land a big shot for the knockout punch.
3 fights ago, VLADINE was knocked out for the first time in his career against Denis Grachev, who just recently won the NABF championship. He then had a draw here at Twin River against John Mackey. And in his most recent fight, he beat George Armenta 59-54 on all 3 scorecards. A dominating fight by VLADINE, which set up this fight with Joey Spina. Joey coming off a loss to Jerson Ravello, a former Olympian. But Joey's been in there with them all. He's knocked out Antoine Eccles, Jay Pina, Jesse Brinkley. All those guys have fought for world titles. And Joey wants to get to this level. At 34 years old, this needs to be his time. He needs to beat VLADINE and then go in for a world title. He comes flying out of the corner, taking a page out of Bobo the Bull's book.
Yes, sir.
As soon as the bell rang, he was ready to rumble.
Well, I think his corner gave him a little pep talk. Kid, this your time. If you want it, you got to go out there and get this fight over with and show him. And, you know, at the end of the day, get back in your mandatory spot on top of the world, or try to get back on top of the world.
At one point in his career, he was ranked in the top 10 in light heavyweight in the world. And now you see VLADINE taking it to Joey on the ropes. And Joey's smiling. Not sure what he's smiling like. He's got hit with a few good punches.
Yeah. See, you know, to me, you know, I like VLADINE boxing, but training with Joey Spina is a big, big risk. But you know, he proven me otherwise in the ring because he's real successful tonight doing it.
VLADINE certainly has landed some power punches. We do know with the KO Kid, it takes one punch. He's always got that puncher's chance. As you saw with Jesse Brinkley back in early 2000s, he was losing all 10 rounds. In the 11th round, he hit him with one body shot, and that was it.
And that was it.
Joey has that punch.
But like I said, Joey can fall behind sitting and waiting for that one big punch, and VLADINE can steal a fight on points.
VLADINE doing very well this round.
Like I said, it was a toss-up. Both guys are real good friends. He just hurt VLADINE with a vicious hook.
That's what we're talking about, Hank. Anytime you can get that one punch now, a minute and 10 seconds to go. If Joey picks it up, he may be able to win this round back.
Yeah, but Joey also just walked into something too. This is a good fight. That's what I want to see VLADINE doing, using that jab, feinting a little bit with it, make him walk into something. Like he just did right there.
And that may be VLADINE's best bet because Joey, being 2 inches taller, having a longer reach, VLADINE's not going to be able to get to him just standing still. He's going to have Joey walk into it, which you just hit the nail on the head, and you literally just walk right into it after you finish your sentence.
Exactly. Like what I noticed about Joey Spina, he got the setup for his knockout power to come. If VLADINE could keep him in the middle of the ring, pop shot me with that jab, feinting me, then dropping the left hand on him, it could be a good night for him. He could make Spina walk into something and make it an easier night. But he got to stay smart in here.
Right now, combined in the ring, 38 victories and only 3 losses. You are seeing 2 of boxing's warriors right now going at it. We thought VLADINE would come in, try to work the body, try to be the boxer. He's thrown more power punches than Joey Spina. Joey's been the one who's been on the defense, and he's battled back and thrown some nice power punches. But right now, VLADINE's controlling the pace of the fight, which certainly Joey didn't want to have happen.
And you know, I have VLADINE up winning the fight right about now. Like I said, at the end of the day, like Spina being a power puncher and knowing that he has knockout ability, sometimes you fall behind looking for that one big knockout, and that's what we're seeing right now. VLADINE is starting to come on and box and walking into some nice counter shots.
See VLADINE's trainer, Orlando Valls, Joey Spina's trainer, Jose Santos and Chuck Sullivan, each trying to fire their fighter up here for round number 4 of a scheduled 6. We're halfway through this fight, and it's at this point where it's been a close enough fight, Hank, where you don't know what's on the judge's scorecard. This next round and the 5th round are going to be very important to this fight, and you see VLADINE taking it to Joey up on the ropes. VLADINE with a vicious left hook.
Yes.
And right now, VLADINE just taking the fight to Joey. Joey mentioned in a press conference earlier, Hank, that if he loses to VLADINE, he's going to retire from the sport of boxing. Right now, he has to fight like his career's on the line.
Yes, yes, because you know what, VLADINE, he done built up a clear lead up on the scorecards, and he's nailing him with that straight left hand. You know, one thing I see that's different in VLADINE, the head movement. He used to move his head a lot. Now he's moving that head a little bit more, making it a harder target for his opponent and fouling. And with Joey Spina looking for that one big punch, VLADINE is feinting him and landing that straight left hand.
This is certainly the best we've seen VLADINE look in a long time.
Yes.
Both fighters in great shape for this fight. They both made weight. And VLADINE with back-to-back hooks. Joey coming back with a right hook. And
Good solid shot.
Rolling up on him. Joey now in defense mode as VLADINE is really landing those hooks. 1 minute to go in the 4th round. A round that VLADINE's done very well in.
That was a nice move by VLADINE. Joey Spina should know, keep your hands up at all times.
And again, VLADINE is just getting picked apart.
VLADINE is looking good tonight. He's working off that jab. Everything is coming off that jab. And like I said, Spina is trying to wait for that one big boom. It is not landing. Good straight left hand, double left hand.
30 seconds to go, and listen to this crowd. Joey Spina in trouble on the ropes. 26 seconds to go. VLADINE.
He's working in there.
Joey looking for that uppercut.
I mean, you can hear the punches. These guys are working. Ooh. This is what boxing is all about.
What a round for VLADINE. BIOSSE. He had Joey Spina on the rope. Joey was backing up. And you're right, all Joey can do right now is try to land that big power punch because VLADINE is taking the pace of the fight to Joey.
Yes, sir. And tonight, he's showing us why he's called Mr. Providence. Mr. Providence is going to work.
Folks, be sure to stop by 1302 Marketplace, located at 1302 Atwood Avenue.
And you know, you look at the records here, you look at the knockouts, you look at who's beat who, throw all that out the window right now. This fight is going to be won on heart and who wants it more. Joey's career is on the line.
Yes, yes.
VLADINE right now is 12-1-1. He needs this win too, but Joey's career is literally on the line. And we'll see how bad the KO Kid wants it and wants to get to that level and win a world title or get to a chance to fight for one. But he needs to pick it up in the next 2 rounds.
I think he can pick it up. If he pick it up, I think he can get a stoppage. But it's always that danger with that Joey Spina, the KO Kid. You got to watch out.
5th round of a scheduled 6. This fight has been everything it's been built up to be. Nickname up for grabs by Jimmy Birchfield and his company. And this literally is up for grabs, not only the title, the nickname Mr. Providence. And the thing about VLADINE is he's throwing those hooks in so tight that Joey's not able to punch back off the ropes.
Exactly. He's not giving him a chance to counter off him. Everything coming short and crisp. Nice and sharp.
This is a very smart game plan that Orlando Vowles and VLADINE came up with against Joey Spina here. And for Joey, it's almost like he thought that VLADINE was just going to come in there and just try to outbox him. And instead, VLADINE came out here trying to knock out Joey Spina.
Tables are turned around.
It's a fight, though, Hank, where both fighters still have to be on their toes because the way they're both swinging, it doesn't matter if you're up 2, 3, 4 rounds at this point, you could get caught and it could be it for either fighter.
Yes. Oh! Good shot. Good shot by Spina. VLADINE tried to hook and missed a little bit of grazing, but Spina came back with a hook.
Minute and 18 seconds to go in round number 5 of a scheduled 6. Spina trying to gain some momentum going into the last round. Got VLADINE up towards the ropes.
See, what VLADINE should be doing right now is using his jab. The jab is his bread and butter, working off the different combinations off the jab. When he abandoned the jab, you give Joey and Spina a chance to stalk you down and land a big shot.
And he was really setting up those hooks with that jab nicely in the middle rounds.
Nice jab.
Seconds to go.
See, when VLADINE used that jab, he makes Joey Spina walk into stuff.
Right there, Joey landed a right hook right into VLADINE's face. VLADINE's smiling now. Joey's smiling. These guys want to go.
I wish this fight could go 10 rounds.
Final seconds of round number 5. And that's it, Hank. We are going to a 6th and final round between Mr. Providence, VLADINE BIOSSE, and Joey the KO Kid Spina.
Who would have knew this fight would turn out this
Ladies
good?
and gentlemen, tonight we introduce you to a brand new sports drink on the market that's all natural, economical, and best of all, tastes great. Fuelocity Sports Drink. Fuel for the human race. Get your sample.
Hank, actually, we got so excited about this fight. This is an 8-round 8-round fight.
It's an 8-round fight. Oh, man.
You know, it's 6 rounds. We're actually going to be spoiled for 3 more rounds of this.
Oh, man, it's a good treat right here.
That's almost like Christmas. Figured out you get 2 more rounds of this.
Yes. Somebody blindsided.
And now at this point, Hank, I still think that Joey needs to pick up and win this next round. He needs to get a little momentum because right now the crowd's on VLADINE's side.
Yes.
You know, the judges obviously
You know,
might be slated by the crowd, but when every time VLADINE lands a punch, the crowd reacts, you gotta happen to think that VLADINE's landing those.
yeah, but one thing about that, you know, when you have the crowd in your favor, you can't get too charged up and too hyped because sometimes you're going off adrenaline and with the crowd, you can walk into something. So he had to, get straight left hand down the pipe. VLADINE is looking good. This is the best that I ever seen him.
Round 6 of a scheduled 8. And VLADINE told everybody at a media press conference, you guys think I'm the boxer who needs to punch? I'm gonna show you all that I'm a puncher too. I get 6 knockouts in my record, and he certainly has shown that today. That when he goes in there against a puncher, he's not afraid to go.
He's stepping up. He's stepping up big. And both of these guys land some heavy blows. And that goes to show you, you really can't judge a man by his record. Because I have, 22 wins, and I only have 11 knockouts. But at the end of the day, most of my opponents, they say, oh man, this guy can crack. So VLADINE, and here today, he's showing he got some hard bombs too. And he's on the verge of stopping Spina.
He just hit Spina with a vicious 2-punch combo. The one thing I gotta say about Spina though, is he obviously has been hit with a few punches. Now his legs look a little wobbly, but he's been able to react and come back from these punches pretty well.
Yes. At the end of the day, that's his type of fight. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back.
Again, both fighters have been stopped once in their career. Spina was stopped on his feet against Peter Manfredo back in 2006. VLADINE was knocked out in 2011.
Oh, VLADINE hurt me with body shots. Vicious body shots.
Say right now, Joey Spina keeps complaining to the ref. He needs to worry about what VLADINE's doing and not about what the ref's gonna do to warn VLADINE to take a point away.
Exactly, he needs to fight. But right now, it's all VLADINE. Inside, outside. It's his show. This is Mr. Providence. He's putting on a good show for the Providence.
He's putting on a clinic right now. Look at Spina. Every time he gets hit with a clean shot like that, he almost looks upset at VLADINE, but doesn't throw any punches back. He turns around and looks at him like, how dare you hit me? But he doesn't fire back.
See, you know what? VLADINE surprised Joey Spina because now he's finding fault and trying to find other things for the referee to help him out with. No, you got to go in there and fight, brother, because this man is bringing it.
Not only is VLADINE
good shot by VLADINE. Straight
he's
left hand.
frustrating Spina to the point where he's complaining to the ref. VLADINE is not only winning the fight, but he's in Joey's head too.
And yes, he is, and he like again what I said in the first before we started. What VLADINE is starting to do is getting Spina head and make him walk into vicious shots.
CES welcomes Health Plus in tonight's Up for Grabs event.
I'm impressed with VLADINE corner. They switched up a lot of things, worked on a lot of things, He looked real good in there tonight. Real good. Take my hat off to him. But one thing about that Spina, you can't count him out because he always got that knockout chance.
That's HUB.
They got the replay here. Big punch there by VLADINE. That left, and then he came back with the right. Pair of great punches by VLADINE, and he close too.
Yeah. Well, we know this. If Spina want to win, he has to win by knockout.
Two rounds to go. VLADINE controlling this fight, bringing the fight to Joey. Spina on his heels, and he's getting hit again. And VLADINE hitting with the combinations now. Joey Spina fighting off the ropes.
He hit him with a nice double hook to set all that up.
This is do or die for Spina. His career literally up against the ropes right now. And VLADINE trying to end the career of the KO Kid.
Like I said, Joey's been in there looking for that one big boom. And while he waiting to do that, VLADINE is out working.
Yeah, Hank, at the beginning of the fight you called it, you said if you wait too long to throw that punch, you could be in trouble. And it's almost like that's what happened. Granted, VLADINE's defense has been very good tonight. So Joey hasn't had that opening. Two minutes to go in round number 7.
VLADINE can't afford to sit there and admire his work. He has to keep that jab out there and work until the bell ends.
Minute and a half to go in round number 7. Incredible pace throughout this whole fight. Maybe now starting to take their toll on the two fighters. Slowed down a little bit over the last 30 seconds.
I tell you what, this crowd is loving this fight. This is what boxing is all about. It's a good fight tonight.
Certainly is. And the fight's been all over the ring, in the middle, on the ropes, in the corner.
Yes.
VLADINE's throwing power punches. Joey's landing power punches.
Both fighters want to win.
And again, hats off to both fighters for taking this fight. Certainly a lot at risk for each fighter.
Yes.
A lot to gain, but a whole lot to lose.
VLADINE is looking good. Boxing, slippery.
14 seconds.
Little head clash.
We're gonna go to the 8th and final round between Mr. Providence and the KO Kid, Joey Spina. The fight has been everything it's been built up to be. Spina, 34 years old, BIOSSE, 29. And I tell you, with the inactivity that Spina's had in his career, Hank, he's had a year, 18 months between fights. You know, when you're 34 years old, you can't afford to take that much time off in between fights and then end yourself in a fight like this.
Yes, because you got to think about it. The time is not there. A lot of things that you would have been working on in the gym with that on that layoff, you know, you can tell he want to land the big punch, but he just missing with everything, coming wide with everything. And that's why sometimes, you know, even if you have a loss or a win, it's best for you to get back in the gym and work on different things.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone else, this is the 8th and final round.
You said it in the last round, Hank. I'll say it again. This is what boxing is all about. Joey the KO Kid Spina, VLADINE, Mr. Providence BIOSSE, the New England Super Middleweight title is on the line. And I'll tell you, Hank, I don't think either fighter right now is thinking about that belt.
No, I know Joey Spina got one thing on his mind, is KO. And you know what? The fans, they would love to see it, but they'll love to see it win too. And look at the crowd. They're enjoying this fight. Everybody up on their feet.
VLADINE's glove looked like it just touched his mat. It looked like he may have slipped.
It was a slip. Good for the referee to catch that, because he could have called it a knockdown. And I can tell you, the referee has been doing a nice job in there, you know, letting the guys get off, not breaking the fight up prematurely, you know what I mean? He's been doing a good job. VLADINE with the sportsmanship. You can tell these guys are also, I mean, they friends at the end of the day.
A lot of mutual respect between the two fighters, but at the same time, the respect for their careers is what's going to fuel him in the last minute and 41 seconds. Joey Spina has not dropped down to 168 in 6 years. You gotta wonder, Hank, if that extra 8 pounds had anything to do with Joey tonight.
That could have had a big effect on him. But you know, my hat's off to Joey Spina. He's still in there firing and bombing away, trying to come out with his knockout. If he could pull it off. But VLADINE, he got to be smart. You got to fight in the bag, use that jab, move around the ring, bring this fight home.
1 minute to go. You hear VLADINE's corner saying, box him, box him. Spina's corner saying, you need this. VLADINE's doing the smart thing right now.
Yes, yes, that's very smart.
Timeout with 33 seconds to replace the mouth guard. Right now, BIOSSE's corner on the rope saying, box him, box him. Don't let him get one off. 15 seconds and counting in the main event.
I tell you, when this bell count down to 0, this place going to erupt. A good fight, and we all know who the winner is. Good performance by both guys out of the fight.
Final seconds of this title fight. Neither fighter want to throw that punch. And I'll tell you right now, Joey Spina just looks like beaten down right now. Not only physically, but just his expression right now just shows that he knows he didn't come out with this victory.
Yes. You know, whatever game plan they worked on, it didn't work tonight. But you know, if he's going to retire, it'd be a shame. But, you know, if he don't, come back, sharpen up, and get back in there and get back on your horse. But my hats go off to VLADINE, put on a good show a lot of boxing ability, and sitting down on his punches. Good fight between both of these guys.
And for VLADINE, and again, we don't know what the 3 judges decided to put on their scorecard. You never know. But you look at the way that VLADINE came out. What a game plan that Orlando Vallis put together, his trainer. He knew that Joey was going to go up there and try to knock him out. But what Joey looked like he thought VLADINE was going to try to box him. Joey looked like he thought he was going to have those openings, and he didn't because VLADINE came forward the entire time and threw those vicious hooks.
Yes, he stepped to him. He reversed the roles.
Right now, you see VLADINE's corner all hugging. You see Spina's corner obviously looking a little down. Still a great fight. You can't take anything away from Joey Spina. He may not have won the fight, but he still came out there. He still fought. He still threw a lot of punches. I'll tell you, for Joey to take the punches that he took from VLADINE says a lot about Joey's heart, too.
Yes, you hear it. And still, it was a good fight, good fight. You know, sometimes, you know, in this sport, when people count you out, sometimes you rise up to the cage and put on a hell of a show. And that's what VLADINE did tonight. He put on a good show.
Sometimes that helps being an athlete.
Yes.
You know, athletes, they're competitive. And when he needed to come up with a win the most, he did that tonight.
Exactly. You know, I could vouch for that. I drive off that. When they say, oh man, Hammer Hank gonna get knocked out, you know, I bid off of that. I love it. It makes me take my game to another level. And also, I love to prove the fans wrong. To see their face when I win, when my hands are right high up in the air. And still.
You've certainly done that in a lot of different backyards of some fighters. David Diaz out in Chicago.
Yes.
Henry Loper up in Montreal. Tyrese Hendricks in Tennessee. I mean, you've done it time after time. And, you know, you keep doing that and your dues will come.
Yes, sir. But I know what VLADINE is feeling right now. And he's running off adrenaline, and he put on a good show for the fans tonight.
And here we go, Hank. The fighters are ready. Bill Carpenter's ready with the official decision here from Twin River Casino.
Folks, before we go to the scorecards, let's hear it for two guys that left it all in the ring tonight. After 8 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Dr. Sam Martino has it 78-74. Glenn Feldman scores 78-74. And Ed Scungio scores the bout 79-73. All judges scoring for your winner by unanimous decision. And still, the New England Super Middleweight Champion, Mr. Providence, VLADINE BIOSSE!
As you look at those scores, 2 of the judges gave VLADINE 6 of the 8 rounds. The other one gave VLADINE 7 of the 8 rounds. A dominating performance by VLADINE BIOSSE, to say the least. And now we're going to hear from the champion.
Tell Facebook I said that. And still, thank you. I want to thank Joey for giving me the fight. Joey's a hard-working opponent. It was a tough fight tonight. I was the better man tonight. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Joey's camp. I want to thank CES for the opportunity where they put me at. I want to thank all y'all for coming out tonight. I needed your every round. And still, yeah. I want to say happy birthday to my sister-in-law right there. Yeah, TT, happy birthday. You already know, we in the house.
Congrats to Mr. Providence, VLADINE. Not only does he keep the belt hang, but I think he can keep the nickname for a little while longer. Mr. Providence. He deserves that tonight.